Hey there, gamers. Dreamcast Guy here. Today I want to talk about that controversial quote that came out this weekend about the idea
Oh, so they were saying this quote is controversial?
of Xbox versus PlayStation. Because according to
Oh, Xbox versus PlayStation.
Jason Schreier, Xbox developers, the people actually making the games, they are thrilled that
Yes.
now Xbox is fully third party. Xbox
Yeah.
Hello, I like money.
Haven't they been fully third party since they were putting their games on PC?
will have
Just like PlayStation's fully third party.
no exclusive games. Everything they're making, from Halo, Gears of War, Forza, even stuff like Flight Simulator, everything that Xbox does is now coming to PlayStation and PC and Nintendo Switch too. And apparently a lot of developers are just absolutely out of their minds happy. But I feel like a lot of people don't fully grasp this. I feel like the context of this quote, people are kind of taking it in the wrong direction. A lot of people are taking it as, yay, our games are finally going to sell. And I think that's part of it. But I feel like there's an
Oh, yeah. There we go. There goes the pocket watch. Our games are finally going to sell.
extra layer that people have completely missed. And I want to talk about that. Hi, hope you're having,
Nice try.
if you haven't already.
All right.
Now, real quick before we get into this,
My boy saying Naruto is king. Naruto is my favorite. DCG acting like he has a Coke. Damn. Good. All games should be on every platform. I agree, right? If you have hardware that should run it, I definitely think the game should be on there.
because holy heck, are even the reactions to it so hilarious. I do want to thank the sponsor for this video, Satisfy. This
Oh,
video is
God.
sponsored.
Oh, yikes. What are we doing, right? This boy's got a Nintendo Switch. Okay.
But the reason this is the best time to check it out, they have all sorts of.
Yeah, he's still going. Yikes. Okay.
This is the best way to level up that developers are thrilled to be bringing their games to the PlayStation 5. Why is this that it feels
Money.
For the money.
like such a big pivot, where it's not just extra dev time, it's not just extra money. A lot of people are taking it in this singular direction, right? I'm sure they're PlayStation users actually buy games.
Oh, yeah, yeah. The PlayStation users actually buy games. Oh, it's interesting. That's not what Square Enix said. You know, it's funny, though, right? We'll go ahead and let it keep going.
Subscription services for them. Finally, people will buy our games. Look at this. Games will actually sell. Now, people have gotten
It's funny they say stuff like this because I remember this tweet. I had to pull this shit back up. And this is from Hat Guy. Shift Up says Stellar Blade is the best-selling PlayStation single-player exclusive on PC. They also revealed total sales have surpassed 3 million. You guys think that they're thrilled to hear about how well their game sold on PC, right? That the game finally sold, right? Because PC guys actually buy games, right? You see how silly that sounds, right? It's like, oh, no shit. These developers like to make money from selling their games, right? It's almost like that's what they're in the business of doing. Who would have ever thought?
mad at me in the past because I will always go on the record to say Xbox gamers do not buy games. I mean, the data
Yeah, which is false. It's just a console warrior narrative.
shows that. People always get pissed when I say it. Xbox gamers
I don't think nobody gets pissed. It's just like, here we go again. The Xbox is dead. The Xbox guys don't buy games. It's the same old shtick.
do
Even though PlayStation brought games over to the Xbox, right? I guess that's why PlayStation brought a game over, right? So the Xbox guys couldn't buy it. Shit. Isn't Silent Hill going over to Xbox as well, right?
not buy games. There's
Square Enix and shit, right? No. My boy said,
But.
Arrowhead said the same thing too. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, right? Shit, people keep on bringing it over to the dead console.
always some guy in the comments going, I'm an Xbox gamer and I've bought 12 games. Okay, you are an extremely tiny group. The amount
Yeah,
of
my
people
boy said, I guess I didn't buy a Silent Hill too. Yeah, it was an illusion in my mind. Yeah, I mean, meanwhile, the games keep on coming. Meanwhile, even when you look at a game like Black Myth Wukong, right? They were saying all this shit about the Series S. They found a way to put that shit on there, right? Spoiler alert.
people buying it provably is so teeny tiny. So these games go into PlayStation. Yes, they're going to
My boy said Silent Hill 2 is already on Xbox and it's half off on both editions. Yeah, they're trying to get that money. They need that money. They really, really do. They need that money. And I don't blame them. It's an older game. I think it's a good game from what I've played of it. You know, I think it's dope for them to put it out.
sell, but I almost think that the real excitement from a lot of these developers are that people are now actually going to play their games. If you're only on this tiny
So now we've went from buy the games to play the games, right? I thought that they were getting played through the subscription service by the coupon cutting Karens.
island, if your options are, hey, the tiny group of Game Pass people or the Xbox island, the amount of people actually playing Xbox games, even if they're polished, even if they're great, even if they're Game of the Year material like Indiana Jones, the island is so teeny tiny. Opening things up, putting it on the biggest platform on the planet, the PS5.
Oh, but wait a minute. They already did that when they put it on PC. I'm going to have to slow you down there, right?
I think a lot of these guys are just happy that their games are getting played. But before we even continue, I do want to list.
There's 30 million plus on Game Pass. How is that tiny? You were using console warrior fanboy logic.
And to the quote, this is a 34-second clip from Jason Schreier. Let's
I've never heard what this guy sounds like. Isn't this guy on Blue Sky?
listen to how he phrases it.
And when these games are also put on Netflix, Game Pass, that means they're not selling as much because people can just subscribe to Game Pass to get them.
I've only seen screenshots of this nigga on Blue Sky. This guy's a Blue Sky user, right?
For much cheaper than they would just buying them. So that complicates the math a little bit for some of these studios. And a lot of game studios are actually really thrilled that they now get to release their games on.
My boy Med says he sounds like a weenie. I did a podcast with him like 5 years ago. Yeah, he definitely does sound like a weenie. 1,000%. This is pure rage bait. Yes, exactly. It's the end of the month.
PlayStation, which is a recent phenomenon that's only been happening in the last year or so, that Xbox has become a fully multi-platform publisher as opposed to the past when they would really just publish games on their own platforms on Xbox and then personal computers.
So,
in my opinion, he needs to let this shit go.
it's pretty clear that partially
Did he use helium? I don't know, but he needs to let this shit go. I don't know what this is right here.
the math does come down to actual sales. It does seem like a lot of these studio closures.
Is that what happened with Square Enix? Right? Is that why they told me? Right? My sources said that they said they'll never ever sell another sign another exclusivity contract.
Xbox has closed so many studios, and I'm a bit afraid that they're going to close more of them. Like, I didn't like Hellblade 2, but Ninja Theory, they made Hellblade 1, Hellblade 2. They're clearly a talented, passionate, extremely focused studio, but Hellblade 2 sold like 3 copies. They threw that thing on.
And this is what I mean. Yet again, and you can't speak about it fairly, can't speak about it honestly. Now Hellblade 2 only sold 3 copies. It's just sad.
PS5 and basically begged people to get it. And even then, it ended up flopping on PS5.
How did they beg people to get it? I thought I saw articles talking about how it was the best reason to own a PS5, right?
I almost feel like the thing is that it's not just, hey, here's an extra.
Wow. PlayStation carrying gaming. Look at this shit. Holy cherry pick. And this is crazy because, like I said, I'll keep on beating this drum. That's not what Square Enix said. Right? Square Enix said you niggas let them out to dry.
Play it. I do think it's almost a move of desperation. Xbox is trying to see if there's any appeal for their games. Now, obviously, I keep seeing cringe memes like this. I do think this is funny. I think a lot of these memes down here, people
Ghost of Yote is carrying gaming. Yeah, the quality, I guess.
are being so ridiculous.
Wow, Nintendo plus third party. See, this is what I mean. This is just a fucking just a accumulation of console fanboys saying stupid shit.
Gaming is actually being held up by Nintendo. A lot of cuck memes.
Damn. Get out of there, Dreamcast guy. I don't think you're going to like this one, right? This one hits too close to home.
PlayStation owners can no longer satisfy Sony's needs.
Damn. Yeah, get out of there.
Oh my god.
Scroll up.
With Steam.
Scroll up. It's not looking good. They're cooking y'all niggas.
God.
Yeah. Get out of there.
I honestly think
a fake laugh. Yeah, I know. I'm like, yo, you're getting fucking NTR. Yes, like, nigga, get out of there.
That a lot of this comes down to, honestly, that Xbox is trying to say, hey,
he's like, damn, I wasn't supposed to see that. He was like, I thought this was an Xbox bad post. That nigga was not expecting to see that.
We spent so much money on these studios and nobody even knows these games exist. Like, think about Avowed. I feel like Avowed is a perfect example of this, right? Avowed came back, in February, March? It came out early this year. I played it, I beat it, and honestly, I pretty much instantly forgot it. But so did the entire...
I mean, I think this is cap. He says that he plays and beats games. Have you guys ever noticed this guy will get a game and, like, literally 5 hours after the game being out, he'll be like, my review on the game. Like, this guy is full of shit.
Entire internet. Look, Avowed, it's pretty disappointing. It's not very good. It's like a 7 out of 10. It's not bad. It's fine. But here, let me mute this clip. But it's definitely a big, cool Skyrim-esque RPG that also has like guns and magic.
Oh, that's a good point. How do you forget it if you're mentioning it now? Like I said, I didn't enjoy it, but I mean, like I said, I've heard mixed opinions about the game.
Magic and minions, and it's honestly halfway decent. It's not fantastic. Nobody talked about it, but I do kind of wonder, would this have actually been in the conversation longer if it had launched day and date with the PS5? Maybe even if the
I definitely think it would have sold better if it was day and date on PS5.
buzz had not been positive, even if people had been bagging on it. I almost feel like what Xbox has done is it almost feels like
It's almost like he's saying that if there was a PlayStation logo attached to this game, that people would have liked it more. I mean, maybe, right?
reminds me of the early conversation around early access. When early access was first a
Yeah, geez, I can hear the spit shooting out his mouth. I hear he talks like that on purpose.
thing, and this is still a problem, it's the issue of launching your game twice, right? Launching it early access, people play it, and they're of course seeing the worst version of the game. It's barely playable. It's missing content. It
I will kind of, I don't really agree with his point. I don't ever want to agree with his points, but I don't like early access. I'm not a fan of early access.
doesn't have an ending, but it still costs a full cost. And so you tell people, hey, come back here in 3 months, 6 months, 2 years, and the game will finally be feature complete. But a lot of people just don't. A lot of early access games, even when they do actually come out, they land like a wet thud. They've already come out. They've already sort of made their singular first impression. I almost feel like Xbox doing these delayed releases, it's hurting the games themselves, where Avowed, if they'd released this everywhere instantly, would have got more buzz, would have got
Ironically, I actually do agree with him on this.
more conversation.
Right? Yeah. If it's multiplat, of course they're going to sell more games. Like, it's not rocket science. Yeah, I do agree with this. Dude talking while holding spit in his mouth. I think he has his gain turned up too much. It is kind of disgusting. Only a couple of early games are good, like Valheim and Power World. Okay, see, I haven't played Valheim, and I really didn't play Power World that much. But I know a lot of people enjoyed that shit.
Would have gotten any memes. I never saw a single person outside the Xbox fan base ever say a single thing about this,
I'm pretty sure, wasn't Baldur's Gate 3 in early access?
positive or negative. And I do think about if they had found a way to launch this in some extremely stripped down version, put it onto the Nintendo Switch, put it onto the PlayStation 5, would that have gotten it extra appeal? And I do think that from my own discussion with a lot
I mean, shit, look at how well it did with Sea of Thieves, right? I know you guys do like the MacBook game, right? Yeah, early access on Steam for like 2 to 3 years. Yeah, I figured. See, I just don't like early access. If Spider-Man was on Xbox, it would have sold more. Like, no shit. Yeah, definitely.
of these developers. I do have a chance to talk to a lot of game developers, and something that pretty much
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Did he say he has a chance? All these guys swear they talk to devs and they have insiders and sources. Shit is cringe.
would that have gotten it extra appeal? And I do think that from my own discussion with a lot of these developers, I do have a chance to talk to a lot of game developers, and something
to
that
doubt.
pretty much unanimously they
About what, nigga? What do you talk about? How much you love PlayStation?
say to me is that all they care about is their art being seen. They don't care about the business side of it, right? Sometimes these developers
I get the fuck out of here. So they told you all they care about is just making games from a quality. They don't care about the monies.
say some psycho stuff.
And you believe that shit?
Call of Duty developers think the Game Pass price hike is a positive. This
Okay, now that is fucking ridiculous, right? If that's what the Call of Duty devs are saying, then they're out their fucking mind.
is a corporate shill that happens to work at a studio. This is
Yeah, I mean, coming from a corporate show, yes. If I agree with you. That's a great assessment. You know what they say? It takes one to know one, right?
a moron. Black Ops 7 might be the first game that I ever actually wanted.
Paris says lies, and he doesn't talk like this in person. Okay, so we got that shit confirmed. Shout out to Paris coming in and confirming this shit. So it is confirmation he does not sound like this in person, right? Because we all know Paris had his ass shook, right? This nigga went and apologized and everything. He's not talk like this in person, and he also does not communicate with devs, right? Why is he lying?
to fail. Here's the thing. When I talk to a lot of these game developers, their whole
You don't talk to game developers.
thing is they're spending years and years, passion, time away from their families, extremely good ideas, racking their brain, bug testing, literally
Working.
everything to make a singular piece of art, struggling with the most broken engines to make something as good as it possibly can be. optimization, cool leveling systems, everything.
Only person Dreamcast guy is talking to is his meth dealer. You know, honestly, he in his world, he may have actually talked to a dev. Now that you mentioned it, right? I heard that meth is some wild shit.
And then when they put it out there, they want everybody to experience it. I have had a lot of developers say that they want to price stuff as cheap as humanly possible and on every platform, just so that everybody can see how their hard work paid off. They don't want to just be an obscure indie hidden gem. They want to be that big, cool AAA.
I do agree with that. I do think that they want to get their games in his hands as much people's hands as possible, right? That's why I think exclusivity is stupid.
Topic that everybody
and I think it hurts devs, right?
Is talking about. And I almost feel like a lot of these developers, their happiness about leaving the Xbox ecosystem is that it's such a tiny, tiny pool.
I mean, but are they leaving the Xbox ecosystem, right? They're still selling the games on Xbox. They're just selling the games on other platforms, right?
I've seen some speculation that there might only be about 20 million Xboxes in the world right now. 20 million Xbox Series X and S's combined.
Wow.
Whereas what
in the wild, right? Almost an endangered species.
Yeah, we're at just shy of 80 million PlayStation 5s.
Console sales, right? Talk that shit.
And PlayStation 5 Pro, which means that we're at a point where there is maybe 3.5 to 4 times a bigger fan base on the PlayStation 5. And I think a lot
insane.
These developers, it's not like, yay, we get a bigger bonus. Yay, our studio gets to keep existing. A lot of the people I talk to, it is legitimately just, yay, people are going to play our game.
I mean, I understand when you're passionate about what you want to do, but niggas want their money. Stop it. You're not going to tell me that they don't want their money, boy.
Very, very excited for Gears of War E-Day. That's the next big exclusive coming up, I think. And to me, I'm a total Gears of War fanatic. I've played every game 100%. I've leveled all the way to level 100 in all the games online. I've even read the terrible Gears of War comics and the fantastic Gears of War books. I am so excited about that prequel. But I'll be honest, I'm kind of extra happy that it's going to every platform so people will actually experience it. Gears of War is...
I agree. I think that's dope. Awesome. You know, you guys get to play it on your PlayStation.
Awesome. I mean, yeah, there's a couple bad ones, but Gears of War is a awesome series. And I can't help but think about the fact that now people are going to pay attention to it in a mainstream.
I've played to like halfway through the third one. I played the first and the second one. I haven't played the fourth and the fifth one. I heard it kind of falls off a little bit in the later ones. I'll have to see.
Dream fashion in a way that it hasn't had since Xbox 360 was kind of per capita the size the PS5 is, right? I just feel like when I see stuff like this,
Gears on meth be wild. I can only imagine that because I'm not going to lie. That first one had me tweaking, nigga, and I was just on the sativa.
I think that this is about a bigger conversation than just profit margins, right? There's been a lot of talk about whether PlayStation is also in a bad spot. While PlayStation is profitable, there is stuff that's definitely early warning signs that...
You see how quick he clicked off this shit, right? When they're talking about how Sony has made over $1.2 billion on Steam. Why don't you talk about how excited those devs were? How thrilled they were about their games being on PC, right?
But while PlayStation is profitable, there is stuff that's definitely early warning signs that things are not fantastic on the Sony front, right? Apparently, currently, there is just none selling in Japan. That's apparently the reason there's that new Japanese locked PS5 that came out that is super cheap. If you buy a PS5 in Japan, it's apparently almost half price. And they're doing...
Wow. And you see, that's bullshit, right? Meanwhile, they've raised their prices everywhere else. That's bullshit. That's lame.
That because nobody buys consoles at all in Japan. Everybody either on the Nintendo...
Yeah, the Play Nathan. I like that one. That's sad, right? That they're giving them, I guess, the hometown discount or whatever the hell. Right? Meanwhile, they hit you niggas over the head. They got you selling your old one to your girlfriend for retail price and shit.
The Switch, which is a console. Sorry, that's a bad way of phrasing it. People only play stuff on mobile devices. Either on your phone, you play stuff via the cloud, or you'll play stuff like your Nintendo Switch 2, right?
Yeah, Play Nathan is nuts. Like insane. Like I'm taking that from you, right? Like that has been stolen. That has been acquired, right? that is ours now.
They're absolutely desperate. Basically a bunch of the big executives at Sony said they're trying to basically grow back that home fan base that used to be massive in Japan. They're trying to reestablish that. But Even still, PlayStation is still profitable, but people are talking about stuff like, should they abandon the PC market? A lot of people are saying that technically,
You guys are running with the rumor that you heard, and you're hoping and coping.
even rough napkin math, people are saying this math is
Oh, rough napkin math. See, this is what I mean. Nigga, you're not doing no napkin math. Stop it.
extremely wrong. That's
My boy Deceiver says I want royalties. Oh, yeah, definitely. Get in contact with me on the Discord, yeah.
a lot of people actually mad about this tweet here, but Sony has made $1.2 billion on Steam, selling 43 million copies of PlayStation Studio games. Almost all of that, of course, being Helldivers 2, Horizon Zero Dawn, and God of War. But some people are apparently saying this math is extremely wrong. If we accept these approximates as somewhat...
What I've heard about these guys is that they use like reviews to calculate how much the game sold. So I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I don't see why these guys give a fuck so much about sales. It's crazy. Yeah, the math. Yeah, 1,000%.
accurate, I'd be very surprised if Sony considers anything other than full steam ahead, pardon the pun, on their PC initiative. Perhaps that doesn't take GOG and Epic Games into account either. A lot of money to make porting older games.
Yeah.
I still think,
Like I said, I think they were thrilled, as these guys would say, thrilled to have their games on PC.
that what's happening right now is that a lot of these developers,
So like he said, so people could finally buy the games, right? Like with Helldivers.
are in a spot, whether it is on PlayStation, on Nintendo, or on Xbox, which is about
I'm just gonna run with this shit. That's what they need to do with Astro Boy, right? They need to bring it to PC so people can finally buy the game. I'm gonna have to steal that shit from him.
more than just raw sales digits. It's more than just profitability. I do think that a lot of it is, how can we get audience capture? How can we get people excited specifically for our games? How can we get people invested, emotionally on board, and onto our games, right? How can we get them to care about our products?
By putting a PlayStation logo on
Our
the box.
universe, invested in that next big sequel. And
PlayStation.
I do think that Xbox has realized multi-plat has to happen. I do think that PlayStation has been doing stuff right. I do think there are some leaks that PlayStation is going to pull back from PC.
And you believe that shit?
Personally, I think what Sony is currently doing is the smart move. Release stuff on PS5, sell crazy amounts, millions and millions of copies, and then a year later, put it on PC, optimized with widescreen.
So they're just soft doing what Xbox is doing. Right? So instead of putting the game day and date, right, and getting the most sales, capitalizing on the most hype of it. Shout out to Deceiver, right? He says, Raw failed. Shout out to Deceiver, man. I didn't even get to read a Jay Barry tweet today. I'm glad that you did that, right? Shout out to Deceiver. So they're soft doing what Xbox is doing. They're putting all their games on PC. Only like I said, these guys, they like to have their little 6-month period, right? Just let me hold on to it. Just let it be exclusive for 6 months to a year, please.
Crazy support and mods and stuff.
Just let me pretend like it's exclusive for at least 6 months to a year, please.
Make it so that even if people love it on one place, if they have a PC, they want to buy it again. Double dip your profit margins.
Yeah. Make all the stupid PlayStation fanboys feel like they still have exclusive games, please.
Where when it comes to
Make it exclusive.
Xbox, the console is dead. I still stand by the fact that...
Brother.
Come on, you should know this.
He had to find a way. Duh, we know that shit. That's why I'm wondering why you're still talking about it.
I am still in disbelief that we're even going to get a next Xbox. Xbox claims we're getting another Xbox, but
You're in belief that we're gonna get another Xbox, even though damn near, like I said, Sarah Bond done told you damn near 5 times, right? I wouldn't be surprised if she step out and say the shit 2-3 more times, right? But you guys are still gonna, as Lono would say, believe the word on the street, right? I guess it's because you've been talking to devs and whatnot.
at this point, I'll believe it when I see it.
Oh.
But these have just been some off-the-cuff thoughts. How
You should feel the same way when it comes to PlayStation taking their games off of PC, right?
do you guys feel about,
Because that's how I feel. I'll believe it when I see it, goddammit.
well, this? How do you feel about the idea of Xbox being third-party? And do you think it's actually
They've been third party, so is PlayStation.
going to work out in the long run?
I mean, it looks like it's working out. We were looking at your top sellers, and what was it? In the PlayStation top sellers, like 60% of the games were Xbox games, right? I remember earlier this year, or towards the middle of this year, like a few months ago, Forza Horizon, or whatever the fuck, that shit was outselling Astro Boy, right? People chose to buy a 4-year-old game more than poor little Astro Boy, right? Astro Boy was in the paint, didn't stand a chance, right? And we know how much you guys loved little Astro Boy, the poor guy. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see what else he's got to say.
Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you
Okay, yeah, I knew he wasn't saying Nathan. All right. It's about that time